Say that again?
But yeah, so she made these measures kind of like an intro. Maybe it's a couple I know, but ended up.
You know what, though? I guess even for that, it's better than like having my birthday like for 7.
It also comes up when you add anything to it.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm back in the conference center again, here for day 2 of the Hearthwarming Club. And I know there wasn't a lot there, but it's still worth it. For a brand new East Coast PonyCon. I promise you, there will be a lot more to come. Well, I mean, I heard that there's like a new East Coast convention that I'll tell you guys about it later. But stick around for more of day 2 of the Hearthwarming Club. Trust me, guys. You're gonna love it. See you there.
Excuse me. A grub. And we've seen that they then begin. So a grub basically exists to eat food. They don't have formed hind legs, and so they're pretty much defenseless in this case. So they would need to be raised inside the hive basically exclusively. Once they get to an older age where they're not fully grown, but they have molted and gained, hind legs, they probably begin to serve some purposes in the hive other than eating. However, I don't think they would go out until they are mature, at which point they start doing normal changeling things. So I added this when I was drunk. Ovipositors. I'm sure somebody wants to know about those. The thing about ovipositors is that changelings are not, so almost all insects have ovipositors, but changelings are not parasitic in that sense. So likely the ovipositor would be there simply to place the egg in a safe location in the nest where it won't get stepped on. Anyways,
Practical.
the next thing to talk about as far as behavior goes is psychology, kind of. The thing about being a changeling is that you have to have a very good ability to imitate ponies. And to do that, you need good intelligence, you need very good perception, and you need very good memory. Now, we'll get into perception later, and I think we all know that changelings are intelligent. Would anyone deny that? But the question here of memory is interesting because there's actually multiple types of memory. People often think of memory as being one thing. There's 3 main types of memory. There's procedural memory, episodic memory, and semantic memory. Now, I think changelings probably have highly specialized episodic memory because they need to be able to remember exactly what someone looks like and how they act, both of which are primarily a function of episodic memory, which is your memory of individual instances. So episodic memory is memory of events, whereas the other forms are memory. Semantic memory is memory of meanings and relations and I didn't put this on the slides. Sorry, this is my first time. So another question that I think people often think about is, are changelings a hive mind? Well, I don't think they need to be a hive mind. I don't think it makes sense that they're a hive mind. They're obviously a highly social species, but we've seen in the show that there's very few defectors, as it were, from the hive. There's only really two shown, Kevin and Thorax. But why is that? Obviously, the fact that there are changelings separated from the hive would indicate that there's nothing forcing them to stay there mentally. I think it's possible that the way it works is somewhat of a compulsion. So, if any of you are familiar with obsessive compulsive disorder, essentially the way it works is that there's a stimulus and then there is a response to that stimulus where the person feels the need to do something, and there's no rational reason to do it, but they do it anyway because not doing it makes them anxious. It's quite possible that with changelings it's the same way, or it might be something simpler like herding instinct. So another question that I think people often have is whether changelings need food. I'd say the answer is yes. They're made out of a physical substance. They are shown eating food after transforming, but we don't count those as real changelings. And another key thing is their actual physical structure. So changelings have large fangs on their mouths. They probably aren't there for no reason. The way changelings are formed makes them seem to be ambush predators. They have good low light vision. They can make traps with silk, and fangs are specialized for attacking a smaller animal and killing it instantly. So in all likelihood, as far as physical food goes, they probably eat various vegetable matter, small animals, and other such things that are not better used as a source of love. So obviously, based on their anatomy, we can see that they're most well adapted to prey on ponies as far as love goes. They have wings, a horn, 4 legs, and are shaped like it, probably because they are simply, it provides the necessary knowledge to act like a pony in a pony's body. So what is love for anyways? Love is probably not necessary to produce matter, but it is, I think, necessary for long-term health and for reproduction. So this is how we get into the topic of love. So what is love? Love is not a chemical. I think we can say that in Equestria at least, love is actually a thing, but there's the question of what that thing is. So this is just a small sampling of opinions on what love might be from various philosophers. In Platonic philosophy, love is considered eros is the pursuit of ideal beauty. The problem with that is that in our circumstance is that what does that even mean for us? So, in Thomas Aquinas and Aristotle, who he cribbed heavily from, love is seen as willing good things for others. That seems a bit more useful to borrow, as it were. I think the most interesting one that I've read is from Arthur Schopenhauer. And what he says is that love is the will to live of the species. So what does that mean? Will to live is really not a good name for the concept in modern terminology. It really should be will to exist or be. For a very quick summary, the idea is that everything exists as a will to be and a representation of that thing. The representation being the apparent form of it to others as an object. So what is love in this idea? The love is the will to live of the species as a whole and the will to live of the new being. So essentially love is the species wanting to reproduce. Compassion is the essentially willing to do good for others. Why would changelings need these? And now I'm going to start butchering metaphysics. So it is possible that changelings have the species as a whole is not especially strongly willed to live, as it were. I'm probably butchering this now. I'm gonna embarrass myself if I ever become a philosophy professor. But essentially, this would explain both the transformation and their need for love. Because in order to reproduce, they're essentially parasitizing other species' will to exist as their own. And the reason they can transform so easily is because they don't have much will to exist as a species in their particular form. So how might they store that love? There's a few possibilities. It might just be an energy. I think to some extent there's the question of if it can be stored by simply producing something for the purpose of storing it, which sounds a little weird, but I'm sorry, I'm blanking. This is, give me a moment. So basically, well, actually, what was I going to say? I had something. Yes, that's it. I wonder if they might store it in their silk, because what we've seen, if we go that changeling hives are made of changeling silk impregnating sand or sawdust or similar, then it makes a lot of sense that they would also use it to store love, which is essentially their magical energy, if we want to be very, I don't know. So I think possibly they store it as the hive, not just in the hive. Anyway, now it's time for the fun part. We've got lots of time for this, which is physical anatomy. So this is going to be very nitty-gritty. Let's start with the basics. How do they live? Which is to say, how does their blood circulate and how do they breathe? So you may have heard of a substance called hemolymph. Hemolymph is a fluid that's circulated in insects' bodies. It's usually in what's called open circulation. So it's not limited to any blood vessels. It tends to be a clear yellowish fluid. However, there's a big problem with hemolymph. It doesn't carry oxygen. To carry oxygen, well, okay, some of it does carry oxygen, but not in insects usually. To carry oxygen, you need specific chemicals that will bind to it. The main ones found on Earth are hemoglobin, hemocyanin, and myoglobin. Arthropods actually produce all three of these. If you want your changelings to have a nice red mouth, you can say it's hemoglobin. If you prefer it to be green or bluish, hemocyanin will. They're both oxygen carriers. They're both reasonably effective. It's just that hemoglobin is red and hemocyanin, as you might be able to guess by the suffix, is bluish. Myoglobin is another red material that's commonly found in the muscles, but it's not usually used for circulation. So how do changelings breathe? Most insects and land arthropods have something called spiracles. And spiracles are basically little holes in their exoskeletons that allow air in to the tracheae. And tracheae are sort of what they sound, they're just tubes. The problem with this is that you don't get a lot of oxygen. So the thing is, that's not the only solution. There's, in some crustaceans and spiders, there's something called a branchiostegal or book lung in spiders. And these are modified gills that are composed of a large number of folds over which air circulates and is absorbed. So what's quite possible is that changelings use their mouth and body to circulate air through a set of branchiostegal lungs. Now, exoskeletons are a bit of a interesting subject. The first question to talk about with exoskeletons is whether the exoskeleton could even support the weight of a changeling. The answer, I think, is fairly definitively yes. There are, at present, the largest arthropod with an exoskeleton the largest two are the Japanese spider crab and the American lobster, each of which weighs around 20 kilograms, which is about 40 to 50 pounds. Pretty big. The thing is, they both live underwater. What that means is that buoyancy is there to assist them in supporting their bodies. So we have to look on land. The largest land arthropod is the coconut crab, which only weighs around 4 kilograms or 9 pounds. That's not very big. It's very big for a crab, but it's not very big. However, there is an extinct genus called Arthropleura, of which we have a good deal of fossil evidence, that has an estimated mass of around 50 kilograms. Granted, it's long and has a lot of legs. We'll get into that later. Here's
Hi, I'm B-Fish. I draw cute girls, and that's the extent of my personality.
Hello, I am Chibi Changeling, your friendly neighborhood changeling. I draw weird stuff. Yay!
Yay! I have been cosplaying for about 13 years. You might know me as that Apple Bloom cosplayer who runs around. I'm not in that right now. I actually am standing up because I cannot bend over or sit down in this costume. So yeah. So I'm gonna be standing up, but I'm really excited to show off our contestants, and I'm gonna show you guys the prizes that we are going to have for our contestants this year. So we have 2 beautiful medals that have been made by a vendor that you can find in our vendor hall, Lucky Star Whimsies. They are some very nice 3D printed Hearth Swarming Club medals on some super cute Christmas ribbon. You can also put them around your neck, or you can hang them on your Christmas tree. and I think they're just adorable. We are also going to be giving our winners a very lovely Hearth Swarming Club scarf. So look at this beautiful scarf. This can be yours if you win the glory. We are also giving away our Hearth Swarming Club pin. So those are the prizes for our lovely contestants to win today. And we are going to get started with our first. Oh my God.
Do it, I believe in you.
We are going to get started with our first contestant, Deedle, cosplaying as Fluttershy. This is a really beautiful Lolita dress that was purchased in Japan, and I am just in love with all the adorable pink accents on this beautiful costume. The boots are shiny, the leg warmers are fluffy, and the wig is crimped. The ears on this costume are handmade, and I don't think the audience can see your adorable little butterfly clips in your hair, but we have some very beautiful hand-painted butterfly clips, and the rest of the costume has been purchased from some different various parts. And we have our, show off your tiny little angel bunny. So cute, absolutely adorable. This is Deedle as Fluttershy.
Next we have Alex cosplaying as Lucifer from Helliverse. I don't know, the notes just say duck. So
Ducks. I have ducks.
You do?
I have ducks?
Whoa!
Hey, Nicole.
Good thing you wanted me to duck.
And suck it, Lucifer! Wait,
Everyone
that's myself.
Lucifer.
Never mind. Suck it, Alistair!
Yes. And this is a very beautiful costume too. The cohesion, the details, it is a very nice visual presentation, I must say. Take that, take it away. All right, our third contestant. I'm sure this is a familiar face you've seen around many pony cons. We have Game Burger dressing up as Mario. I'm sure this is a very familiar costume to a lot of us. He started this costume at BronyCon 2019. It is made from some parts that have been purchased. The hat came from ThinkGeek, and he added the 2 yellow buttons on the front of the chest. Game Burger's personal favorite Mario game is Mario Kart 8, which he is undefeated at. I don't know, I think we might need to break that winning streak, guys. Yeah, so if you want to challenge him with some Mario Kart 8, you know, hit him up after the contest. And we will be seeing Mario's costume for many years to come, I am sure.
Shout out my favorite Mario game actually is Super Mario Sunshine.
Yes! Oh.
That's the best one. I don't care what anyone thinks.
Say the line, Bart.
Okay. It's a me, Mario.
Alright, so now we have next up Lily cosplaying Luna from the Helliverse. And we'll give a good round of applause.
Anybody seen Blitz? I lost it.
He died.
Not again.
Pretty sure I fired your father.
Luna's too cool for this cosplay contest, guys. Please, give me a break. Oh wait, show off these shoes, girl. Take a look at these awesome shoes, because the audience might not have noticed the toes.
The toesies, the bees.
Yes, and give us a wag with that tail. Yes.
There we go.
Amazing, thank you, Luna. And next up, we have Bunny Kisses cosplaying as Minty. This is a very sentimental cosplay because many of the components have come from Minty's grandmother. Every piece that you see here is either a gift or a hand-me-down. Everything you see here has been really lovingly altered with some really beautiful work. In fact, I've been watching your updates in the cosplay channel, and
If you
personally,
want to see, feel free.
Oh yeah, you can see all of her work in the cosplay channel. We have this beautiful Sparky hat. It took her 3 days to style the wig alone and 4 days to make the dress. So you are seeing a lot of hard work on display here. Yes, this is absolutely beautiful, Minty.
All right, up next we have Cobalt Comet cosplaying Fluttershy. A lot of these were assembled together. They are simply adorable. They look really cute.
That is absolutely an adorable fursuit head. I want to move the snoot. It's just so cool. Oh, she's so cute. I love her. I love her. And she's got deodorant in her bag.
Yeah, we gotta give a shout out to the deodorant.
Number 621.
So if you forgot to pack any of your essentials, guys, hit up Fluttershy. She can help you out.
I love how you pointed at me.
Thank you.
I'm a plumber, okay? Oh my God.
All right, so those are all of the contestants we have for you today. But if there is anybody in the audience who is in cosplay and would like to just walk up on stage, not compete, but if any of you want to just come off and show off your costume, you are totally welcome to do that. If not, all right, my judges and I are just gonna quick chat for a moment, and we are going to have our winners and prizes handed out very soon.
It felt good when you did that. Wait, what makes was that? I missed it.
Okay, everybody, so we are ready to announce our winners for the cosplay contest for Hearthswarming Eve 2025. We're going to start, we're going to have a best in show and a runner-up. So we're going to start by announcing our runner-up, who is Lucifer. Please come on up here to a prize. You get a cool certificate, and you get a very lovely Hearthswarming scarf and more Christmas ornaments /
Little take. Okay.
I can't bend over. I can't help you.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
I think I got it.
I'm jealous of the
Huzzah!
All right. So I'm gonna let you do another pose. We'll give the audience a few more opportunities to get some pictures before we bring up our best in show.
I'm jealous that you got the pin.
Yeah, just drop the stuff, man.
Yep.
Should have given it to you after.
It's okay. My hand coordination's terrible.
All right, give a hand for Lucifer. All right, and we are ready to bring up our best in show on stage. This was a costume that not only had a lot of technical difficulty, a lot of skills on display, but a lot of feeling and sentimentality, heart and history behind it. And that is Bunny Kiss's cosplay as Minty. Here is your beautiful gift certificate.
Is it actually in here?
It is. It is in there. Yes.
I'm sorry.
I understand. We also have your scarf, your medal, and our little tiny trophy.
Sweet, I got
and
another one.
for the rest of our contestants, we do have a little prize for you as well. We have a little trophy, and we're going to give you one of our cosplay bingo pins from our cosplay bingo event this weekend. So I would like all of our contestants to come on stage so we can get a group photo with everybody. Minty, your hat! Oh no, Minty! Where'd my music go? Can we get some music, Iggy?
We got like 5 seconds of music. That's all we needed.
That's all we did.
Music, please. That'll do. Yay. All right, come on, cosplayers, come on up here.
Come on, Mario, come on.
If you're one of our contestants, you may come and collect your little trophy and your cosplay bingo pin, because it takes a lot of courage and a lot of effort to get up here, guys. It really is hard. It's really fun. You are in your tiny stuff. Yep. I was born in the 90s, you know, of course, it's the Space Trophy generation. All right, so this is your chance, audience, to get a group picture with all of our contestants. Judges, I would like to invite you up here as well to be part of our picture.
Wait, does this make us horse famous?
Yeah!
Horse famous!
Horse. Yeah.
Oh, this is my second contest I won! First place!
Yeah!
If anybody here has attended Cider Fest 2023, I was the Gala Fluttershy. With the wings that moved up and down, they're 6 foot from wingtip to wingtip. My dad and I worked on them.
That's impressive.
We made my whole costume from head to foot. And that is retired. I could not do her. I'm sorry, guys.
That's
But
pretty cool.
she does come to cons.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us at our Lilith cosplay contest. This was great. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of our contestants, and thank all of you for having the courage to come up here and show off your creativity and heart.
Look at all my pretty babies!
All right. Please enjoy the rest of your
Ability to be awesome when live. If you tag yourself in it or make a comment, I'll be sure to connect your account.
Valiant Blaze on Discord. I'm on the server. I'm Ops. Come see me at Ops at 5. Hey.
I am Cosmo Cat. You can find me on the Discord as Billy Possum.
She's in another castle.
I'm just at BK. My name's pretty easy.
You want your stuff above here?